A host of laws took effect this month to help shore up gaps in police training and response to school shootings.
And while the response to the mass shootings in Uvalde has been heavily scrutinized, not nearly as much information about the police response to the shooting at Santa Fe High School has been released. But now families of Santa Fe victims are being granted access to evidence in this case. Investigator Robert Arnold spoke with Rosie Stone. She lost her son in the 2018 mass shooting. She recently watched video from the day of that attack.
It's been a long road. It's been a struggle, especially with all these years not knowing anything.
In May of 2018, Christopher Stone was among 8 students and 2 educators killed at Santa Fe High School when a fellow student stormed the campus with guns and homemade bombs. Dimitrios Pogorchis is charged with these murders, but is yet to stand trial, because for the past 1,376 days, he has been hospitalized, declared incompetent to stand trial.
I'm having to sit and wait for this domestic terrorist, because that's what he is, this domestic terrorist to get better in order for me to get any kind of justice for my son. And that's just not fair.
Have you thought about the possibility that he may never go to trial?
I have, but I can't lose that hope that I will get justice for Chris one day. It's not something that you want to live with. And if I lose that hope, I feel like I'll lose myself.
Since the case remains in limbo, much of the evidence is shielded from public view. However, Stone and several Santa Fe families successfully fought for the passage of Senate Bill 435 this year. This new law gives families of murder victims the chance to view evidence in their loved ones' cases. Stone recently watched surveillance video of the mass shootings.
It took me almost like 2-3 days for me to be able to bounce back, and start living my life again.
Stone can't talk about what she saw because the law requires her to sign a non-disclosure agreement with the district attorney's office. She says she plans to watch the video again.
And then after I do that, I do plan on making more meetings.
We gather here in Santa Fe tonight.
Stone and other Santa Fe families said Governor Greg Abbott promised them a third-party root cause investigation into why warning signs were missed. That never happened.
This is not easy. It's not easy for any of us parents to sit down in this seat and have these discussions that need to be had. But if we don't have them, then nobody will know.
Stone says she also wants more answers about the police response. Unlike the shooting in Uvalde, many details of the Santa Fe response haven't been made public. Stone says she asked the former Santa Fe ISD police chief this question.
And he looked me dead in my face and said, "Rosie, we don't need to change anything. Everything ran perfectly."
How does that sit with you?
We have 10 dead in our school district, one of them being my son. You can't tell me that something ran perfectly and you have 10 dead bodies.
For those parents who still have questions about could something have gone differently that day, how do you respond to that?
I don't know how they could have responded any better than what they did. I really don't.
Ruben Espinoza became the chief of the Santa Fe ISD Police Department after the shootings. He did respond that day, though, when he was still with the Texas Department of Public Safety, and he studied the response in the 5 years since.
Tactical-wise, it was a bad situation. I worked narcotics 26 years, and that situation was a bad deal.
Espinoza says ISD police officers Gary Forward and John Barnes were on campus when the shooting started and immediately raced to confront the gunman. Barnes nearly lost his life when a shotgun blast shredded an artery in his arm. Forward applied a life-saving tourniquet. The ensuing police response kept the gunman pinned in the art room while students evacuated.
That was a bad situation, and where the shooter was propped up waiting for them to turn that corner.
Espinoza also ran us through the security enhancement to Santa Fe campuses since the shooting. Active shooter buttons placed throughout the schools can now help police pinpoint a gunman's location faster than officers following the sounds of gunshots and screams. Active shooter buttons on wireless microphones worn by teachers further triangulate areas of danger. There are metal detectors, and vestibules at school entrances keep visitors out unless cleared by staff. Campus security assistants also are constantly watching for trouble through an extensive network of cameras in the district.
We take an incident and we learn from it, and we try to do better in any situation.
The previous ISD Police Chief Walter Braun is now chief of the City of Santa Fe Police Department, and he did not return our call for comment. Governor Abbott's office did respond to us, and you can read that full statement on click2houston.com. Coming up on our news at 6 p.m., we're also breaking down some of the new laws aimed at how police train for and coordinate responses to active shooters at schools. Live in the newsroom, Robert Arnold, KPRC 2 News.